Hey everyone, World Film Geek here, and this is the final interview of 2020, and I could not be more excited. I interviewed Daniel Bernhardt. He's best known for starring in the Bloodsport sequels in the 90s, and then as a member of the 8711 Stunt Team, appeared in John Wick and Atomic Blonde. His latest film, Skylines, is coming on December 18th. Enjoy the interview.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I am honored. I feel honored to be talking with you. I mean, I've been a huge fan of yours. I'm ever since Bloodsport
Oh,
2,
thank you. That's really nice of you.
and I just felt like when I heard that I'm gonna be interviewing you, I was like, I went into fanboy mode.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time helping us with Skylines, push the movie and help us make it big.
Yeah, and Skylines was excellent. Oh my god, I was like blown away with it. This was, I felt like it was just as good as Beyond Skyline, definitely for sure.
I think, I've seen all three and I love the franchise, but I really have to say number three really stands out. I mean, just by the story, the script, the characters he created, the look of the movie, the visual effect, I think Liam really killed it.
I totally agree on that. So my first question is, how did you get approached to play Captain Owens?
I got a call from my agent saying, "Hey, Daniel, I got approached for a gig for you called Skylines. Would you be interested?" I'd love to. I love the franchise. Let me read the script. I read the script, loved the script, loved the part. Hooked up with Liam, had a conversation with him. We actually met in Berlin. We had a meeting in Berlin,
Mm-hmm.
and totally hit it off. And he was a fan of my work, and I was a fan of his work on the franchise. Immediately we connected, and he said, "Hey, let's do it." Invited me to come play with him, and he spent so many years on this franchise. He knew exactly what he wanted, and this is for an actor performer just a dream.
Mm-hmm.
You walk in, he has a very very strong idea what he wants, but he gives you enough freedom to bring in what you want to bring in, and that was so nice. And in the beginning of the movie, we spend about maybe 2 weeks. We actually spent just rehearsing, doing table reads, reading with other actors, trying to find the tone of the movie. And it was fantastic. Working with Lindsay was so cool because my character and her are a little bit like, I'm hard on her, but I only want the best for her in the beginning.
Right.
Like, and that was so fun for my character too. Like, the way he wrote Owens, he had two sides, and he kind of decided that while we were shooting. He goes, "Look, Daniel, in the beginning, I want you to be, you're tough on her, but you actually want her to succeed. You want her to be, you need her, and then there's a whole different side to it, which we don't want to give away, right?"
Right. But that does lead to one of the best fights I've seen in like movies this year. And
Really?
yeah, I think it was. I mean, you and I'm not gonna say I'm not I don't want to spoil who, but you two went at it like I was watching a Hong Kong movie. I mean, that was
Well,
just
now
blistering.
it's funny. It's funny you're saying this, and I got a good story for you about that. So, that was one of my favorite fights. That was actually my favorite fight in the movie, but one of my favorite fights I've done in a long time. Now, Liam was really smart and brought in an incredible fight team out of Germany who are all my friends. I worked with these guys many, many times. They're dear friends of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy my buddy Con Aiden was the second director,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought in his fight coordinator, Cha, who actually played Z. He's actually an actor as well in the franchise, in the
Yeah.
movie. Skylines. And Cha and I were both martial art geeks. Cha is this incredible, I think, eighth degree black belt taekwondo guy. Also used to double dog yen. I mean, he's just an incredible martial arts guy. He came up to me and goes, "Hey, Daniel, how do you feel about doing an homage to the old Hong Kong movies? Like, do like a kung fu trapping fight." I was like, "Yes." And we started to play around a little bit, and it's something I actually really enjoy, trapping and kung fu.
Mm-hmm.
And but I haven't really gotten the chance to do it because nobody ever lets me do it.
Right.
So, and I'm so stoked that you're actually saying this, that you like this fight so much, because I liked it so much. And then, of course, we brought in my kick. Chaw brought in his kick. And we almost had a day to shoot that fight. And Liam was very, very generous with us. He gave us complete freedom. He gave us a whole day to shoot it. Actually, my buddy Khan,
Mm-hmm.
he actually shot the fight. He actually put the cameras on his shoulders. He shot the fight. This was all us, of course, with approval from Liam. You know, Liam
Yeah.
always had the final word, and we pitched him all of our ideas. He goes, "No, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it."
And that's what I liked. And yeah, because I noticed the contrast between that fight and then your little fisticuffs towards the end. I could tell you could tell it's two different styles used. Two different types of fight choreography used. But that first one
Well,
just
100%. But of course, like if you go with a guy like Chaw, who is an absolute expert, I'm an expert at what I do.
mm-hmm.
It's just you can go to a whole different level. You can go to a whole different level. There's no subtitles. It's up. That's it.
Yeah,
We go at it as fast as we can, as hard as we can. We take our own falls. We get smacked around. We hit each other, of course, without hurting each other. But it was something very unique. I hope I can do it again with it in another movie.
oh, I hope so too. Given how long you've been doing this stuff, it's clear you got to do that again. That's like you said it yourself. That's one of your best fights, and you've been doing this for a long time.
25 years.
Yep. So what was it like? You mentioned working with Lindsay, but you also got to pair with Alexander Siddig. What was it like working with him?
Alexander, God, what a gentleman, what a kind person, what a rock star. He is so good. He makes everything sound so good. You just talk to him and you go, oh my God, you sound so good. The English accent, he's a wonderful actor. Liam actually called me and he goes, hey, one of my favorite scenes in the movie is actually where Owen, where he talks to me and he tells me that I did a good job and I bring back what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even have to say anything. And he's just listening to him, you get so sucked in. He's so good. Great actor.
That's awesome. And yeah, I mean the movie overall, and you get to see both from the point of view in the ship and then down on Earth, in London. And that too had some crazy fights with Yang Yang and his big monster arms. I mean, that was just insane. I mean, he's also one of the tops, with his work in the raid and all that. And just to
Oh yeah, he is fantastic. I'm a big fan of his work. I mean, he just stands out. He's got such a great look, and he's such an incredible martial artist. I actually met him the first time on John Wick 3 because he also worked in John Wick 3. So did I.
yeah.
And we became immediately friends. I signed on the set. I went up to him. I said, I got to give you a hug, man. I love your work, man. And he was very, very cool. We hung out, and then I saw him again on Skylines, and I was like, hey, dude, remember me? And he goes, yeah. So, yeah, he's super talented.
So that's awesome. So, were there any difficulties that you faced during shooting? Was there like a tight budget, tight schedule?
I have to say, because Liam was very clever. We shot it in Eastern Europe. We shot it in Lithuania, in a city called Vilnius, and they had a studio. And we actually had a lot of time. I want to say, I forgot how many. I think I was there for 3 months.
Oh wow!
So, I mean, he spent it. Yeah. He had a lot of time. He had the time he needed. I had the time I needed for the fights. We were never really rushed. Of course, you always want a little bit more, but I never felt like I was completely rushed.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very generous with us with fights, Liam. And yeah, we had rehearsal time, we had shooting time, and then of course he really killed. I mean, he killed it. I think he killed it all overall. He killed it while we were shooting it, and then he killed it while he did post. I mean, what he did after was just also fantastic.
Oh yeah, like overall the movie is just fantastic, and I think those who loved the whole franchise, they definitely want to see this one, and you know, it's just it was just mind blowing, just seeing everything come together. And a lot of we recently just had another sci-fi martial arts movie, Jiu-Jitsu, and you know, in some ways, this will be a good double feature with that film, considering you got the combination of sci-fi and martial arts.
Right, right. I haven't seen it yet. How is it?
It was pretty good for what it was. That Nicolas Cage was Nicolas Cage. Alain Moussi was really good. I think he's gonna be a next big guy. Um, and I think they're doing another kickboxer real soon, so I think it's gonna be the final one, and we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I enjoyed jujitsu. Jujitsu was pretty good.
Okay, cool.
So finally, my last question is: with TV and film production on the rise, are there any new projects that you can talk about? Are you gonna be in Matrix 4? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, I can't say much about it.
Yeah.
What I can say is what's in the trades.
Hmm.
The trades, it says, I worked on the movie. I was invited by Lana to come back,
Hmm.
and I was very excited to be invited to go back to such an amazing franchise. I'm playing the same character.
Awesome.
That's all I can say about this.
Well, that's
So,
cool. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, because I talked with Ellen Holman yesterday about it, and
say one more time.
I talked with Ellen Holman yesterday about
Oh, cool.
Matrix 4, and she's like really excited because she has a movie coming out Tuesday, Army of One. So we are talking about Army of One, and we talked a bit about Matrix 4, and she said she's still pinching herself that she's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, she's super cool. She's a friend of mine. I know her.
Yeah. So yeah, it was awesome talking to her, and yeah, everyone needs to check out Skylines on December 18th. They're going to be in for a wild ride, and oh my God, I feel so honored to be talking with you about everything because
Hey,
you're the man.
my pleasure. I really, really appreciate it. And, I keep saying, thanks to you guys, we can go. Guys like I can still work because you guys support us. You guys push us. The more you write about watching our movies, the more people watch our movies, the more we will make more movies. So I appreciate your help.
No problem. Well, thank you so much again, Daniel, for talking about Skylines, and I hope everyone goes out to see it. And I cannot wait to see more of your work down the road.
Thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Thank you so much.
All right, you take care. All right, bye
Thank
bye.
you. You too. Bye.
Albert.